You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.
Scorpio.
Good morning, Yankees universe, and welcome back to another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew on this Tuesday, May 20th. Like always, I'm your guy Hector, joined by the compañero this morning. We got the lovely Grace Monroe. All you Yankee fans, wake up and get your coffee. Grace, how you doing today, Grace?
I'm simply amazing. I've got no problems. I'm a Yankees fan, and it's all aces over here, baby. How are you feeling, Hector?
I'm feeling good. Just so everybody know, just so you guys know, if you guys weren't following me on social media, I was at the Jazz Chisholm Foundation yesterday, brought to you by Rock Nation Sports. Jazz Chisholm is amazing. There was so much money that was in that room, Grace. I felt too broke to be in that room, but coming off of the Subway Series, it was great vibes. Garrett Cole was there. J.C. Escar was there. Cody Bellinger and his wife was there. Paul Goldschmidt is the most unrecognizable baseball player because he's there. You wouldn't even recognize that he's a baseball player just because you don't recognize his face. But Paul Goldschmidt was there. It was a great event. Jazz Chisholm, the tunnel fits and kicks. It's a great movement when it comes to giving back to the community. Jazz Chisholm is amazing. Shout out to the people at Rock Nation for putting that event on, and shout out to the guys for inviting me. I was able to meet the Scarletto twins last night. It was pretty dope. Me and JoJo and Nikki, but it was a good time. Grace, how are you feeling?
I always look for their videos when they say, like, this is how Yankees fans are feeling, and then they're out there being fools, like, the music's like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, whatever. I look forward to those videos so much, so they're hilarious. That's awesome. Yeah, Hector texted me last night and was like, Garrett Cole's here, and I just sent him an emoji of me sobbing. Because as amazing as the Yankees are doing right now, considering all of the adversity that we've had to wade through so far this season, I still miss Garrett Cole. I miss him so much.
Yes.
And I was watching Joel Sherman's podcast, like I always do, and he mentioned that he saw Garrett Cole in the locker room the other day during the Subway Series, and he said to himself, if Garrett Cole were on this Yankees team right now, they would be the best team in baseball. That's a quote. That's a Joel Sherman quote. So I was like, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. We miss Garrett Cole so much. They're doing better than we expected without him, but can't wait to have him back next year. Love having him in the dugout, coaching the pitching staff, and he's involved in every pitch. So just love him so much. I'm very jealous you got to hang out with him last night.
Yeah, again, Jazz Chisholm, amazing. He complimented me on my outfit. He liked my earring. He liked what I was wearing, you know. I was like, Jazz, I'm trying to get the accessories up with my rings. He was like, nah, I like it. He's like, I really like your earring too. So shout out to Jazz Chisholm again. Shout out to the people that was there. I want to shout out the chat because we got one of the best chats that are out there. Let's get the music. Let's hit the music. Shout out to Theo Nosebleed section that is in the building. Jacob Petruzzi, how you doing? Anna Marie is in the building. We got our good friend Tina. Tina, how you doing? Salute to Tina who's in the building. Tina, I'm going to make you a mod so you could drop the link to the Discord in the chat. So shout out to Tina. Shout out to my guy Future. El Capitan is in the building. FL Diver, how you doing? Salute. 3 capital S's. We got our good friend Jonathan. Mr. Do Your Job is in the building. Jonathan, how you doing? TC Stills, my man TC. Shout out to TC Stills. We got big time Jerry Cadell in the building. Stephen B is in the building. Stephen B. I hope all as well. Salute. Nathaniel Crenshaw. Nathaniel, the Dodgers are coming to town this weekend to face the New York Mets. I will be there this Saturday. So Nathaniel, I'm trying to see if I could get something special for you. So shout out to our guy Nathaniel Crenshaw who is in the building. Salute. The Lulu Yankee fan. Yo, bro, I saw you was at the game on Sunday, and I was so upset that I didn't see you. I was there Friday and Saturday. Shout out to my guy, the Lulu Yankee fan, who was hanging out with Theo Dennis in the bleacher with the bleacher crew. creatures. Shout out to my guy, Delulu Lanky fan, who is in the building. D Rails is in the building. Shout out to D Rails. Nathan Sports Rush. Shout out to Nathan. Christian is in the building as well. Guys, like always, follow our good friend Erica. That's Baseball Erica. Shout out to Erica, who is in the building. We got Sean Browning as well. We need more music. Shout out to Sean Browning, who is in the building. We got Taco Frog in the building. Salute, salute, salute. If you guys can, like always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. When it comes to subscribers, I'll tell you guys right now, we are over 5,256 subscribers. We are almost at 5,300. Wow. We appreciate all of you guys. Weston125 is in the building. Weston, how you doing? Jacob, what the hell is that music? You don't like elevator music? Jacob, you're not a fan of the elevator music, my guy? But again, shout out to all you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's get into the conversation, Grace. What do you want to start today's show with? What do you want to start today?
Well, I think we should start with the most obvious subject, which is the Subway Series that just concluded in the Bronx and all the fallout heretofore.
Okay,
right?
okay. I got a surprise for you, Grace, because I didn't show you to this backstage, but we got a surprise from Miss Grace Monroe because we're about to go into Grace Monroe's Hot Corner. Yes, we are here at Grace's Monroe Hot Corner. I didn't show that to Grace, so I want an authentic response. So go ahead, Grace, lead the conversation.
Right. You were just put that on, and I was about to go, thank you so much, Hector. I was going to jump in full character. Thank you so much, Hector. I am live on the scene. I was going to jump in, but then, after I thought, let me not. Okay, this is the first time we're doing Grace's Hot Corner, y'all. So what do I want to talk about? Let's see. Oh, I know. This past series in the Bronx, we had
shout out to Erica.
We had a little return to the Bronx for someone who very recently became the highest paid baseball player of all time. Okay. Mm-hmm. And more than that, the Yankees offered this man the most amount of money that the Yankees organization has ever offered anyone. And he said, no, I'm good. I'm going to go to the Mets. That's what happened. If you don't understand why Yankees fans are upset, this is why they're upset. Okay, yeah, we watched our version of Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth for 1 year. We went to the World Series, we lost. And then in the offseason, the second part of that tandem got offered the most money we've ever offered anyone. And he said, dude, I'm out. I don't want your money. I'm going over here. And we were like, huh? Devastated, heartbroken, insulted, whatever you want to say, right? So this person returned to the Bronx for the first time this weekend. And let's just say, Hector, it was all that it was built up to be. People that were in the crowd said that they never heard the Bronx cheer as loud as it was when Juan Soto came up to bat. Louder than Altuve, louder than Big Papi, louder than Pedro Martinez, louder than all these. It was the loudest ever, okay? And I said on the show on Thursday, if Juan Soto goes off in this series, he'll be an all-time villain. If he doesn't go off, I think the hate will fade away over time. And what happened? We all know. He went 1 for 10. He did not look good. He made some mess ups in the outfield. He had a couple good defensive plays too, but overall, I would say he was mid, right? Overall, let's just say he was mid. That's not how a villain acts, right? So I do think that maybe the hate will fade over time. In fact, and here's one of the hot takes, I almost felt sorry for Juan Soto.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm looking at his face, and you could see, this is not a coat. This is not a Yankees coat, okay? And now I'm gonna get into all the stuff I prepared for Grace's Hot Corner. He was hurt. He looked devastated. He looked sad. He looked mopey. He looked pouty. Not like, oh yeah, go ahead and boo me. Watch this, like Big Papi used to do. Okay, not, oh yeah, go ahead and boo me. I'm gonna go ahead and get 11 Ks today, like Pedro used to do. This guy was affected. He was talking more to the Yankees players than he was his own players. And if you don't like my opinion on this, go ask Bob Clappish, Carl Ravage, David Sampson, Evan Roberts, Sal Licata, Joel Sherman, and John Heyman. Every single one of those reporters has reported in the last 24 hours that something is up with Juan Soto. Now, we can't editorialize why he's why he's depressed, why he's not shuffling, why he's moping around, he's not busting it out of the box first base, whatever you want to say. We don't know why. Only Juan Soto knows why. But all we can say is it's happening, okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's where I'm going with my hot take. After all of this focus that's been on Juan Soto, he chose to leave. He wanted the money. Maybe he wanted to play for the Mets. We don't know, but he left us. There is one guy on the team who wanted to be a Yankee. He wanted to come to the Bronx. In fact, this guy was calling his agent, reportedly, and saying, call Brian Cashman. I want to be traded to the Yankees. Get me there now. And after he made the trade, Scott Boras even came out and said, oh, well, he's been begging me for years to get him to the Bronx. And that man is Cody Bellinger. And what happened with Cody Bellinger over this series? The guy who wanted to be there, the guy who was begging to wear pinstripes, who knows it's a privilege. He wanted to be in the Bronx. He wanted that smoke. He wanted to come up with the bases juiced and the ability to put the series away, and he did not miss. Hitting the grand slam to put the series away on Sunday was a childhood dream, an adolescent dream, an adult dream of Cody Bellinger, who is on a 13-game hitting streak, which ties his career high of a former MVP year. He had 7 hits in the Subway Series, including a grand slam. He is batting .377 during this 13-game hit streak. He's gone 20 of 55. And after Judge struck out with the bases loaded and the ability to put the series away, and listen, I'm not here to say anything bad about Aaron Judge. He's been carrying us for years. But Cody Bellinger went up to that plate and he stood on business. And after the game, Judge said, quote, I love it when I have that guy hitting behind me.
Oh, yeah. I heard that, Grace, and I'm like, yeah, that's a sub. Yeah, that's definitely a sub from the captain, Aaron Judge. And again, shout out to Cody Bellinger. This weekend, like you said, it was so loud on Friday. You know how loud it was on Friday? It was so loud on Friday that the bleacher creatures, they had to stop the roll call because they couldn't even get it through. That's how loud it was. I was in the press box, and normally I'm in the press box, and I'm normally in the bleachers with them. I wasn't there for there because I had to be doing something with my editor. So we was there. I was listening to the roll call, and as soon as Juan Soto came up, the roll call was silenced. The roll call was drowned out. To the Yankee fans that turned their back on Juan Soto, that showed up and booed Juan Soto this weekend, I get it. I understand it. I'm a little bit different, right? I think Juan Soto fed into it when it came to the crowd, tipping his hat to the crowd and being a little bit of a troll on Friday. But then on Saturday and then Sunday, to see it go for the whole weekend, I'm not sure if it got to Juan Soto, because he was supposed to be mic'd up on Sunday. 45 minutes before that game, he said he wasn't going to be mic'd up. Sunday also, before the game was over, he left. He didn't stay to even talk to the media. He just left on Sunday. And I get it. Like, how many times are people going to ask you, why did you leave the Yankees? Why did you sign with the New York Mets? I get it as a reporter, as somebody that works media. You have to get a quote, you have to get a soundbite, you have to get something for your article so you can create your article around, right? If you watch Bob Clappish put out an article, amazing journalist, been following him for years. I see him at the stadium all the time. But in the article, on the headline of the article, it said that Juan Soto, he opted out of being mic'd up minutes before the game. It was 45 minutes before the game. It wasn't minutes before the game. It was 45 minutes before the game. But I understand it. It's the media cycle that we live in right now. We need to get a quote and we need to get a hot point, right? Fireside Yankees, they put it out there. This is from Michael K, right? People in the know say that Juan Soto wanted to be a Yankee. He chose the Yankees for himself, but his family wanted him to be a Met, so he chose the Mets. Is there any truth to this? I don't know. I'm not a fly in the room. I wish I was a fly in the room. I don't know. If it's coming from Michael K, 9 times out of 10, Michael K doesn't just throw stuff in the air and hopefully that it sticks. 9 times out of K, you could trust Michael K when it comes to his reporting. So is there any truth behind it? I do not know. What I do know is we've seen a different version of Juan Soto since becoming a New York Met. He is struggling right now. I know he has 8 home runs on the season, but last year at this point, Juan Soto was hitting well over 315. Juan Soto last year at this point, he already had double digits home runs. If you guys remember, Juan Soto hit over 300 for majority of the season. It wasn't until August where he slumped and he hit under 200 for that month, which dropped his batting average below 300. But for the majority of the season last year, Juan Soto hit over 300. This is not the version of Juan Soto that ended the season with the Yankees. Now, is he comfortable? Is he one of the boys in Queens? I do not know. I see reports that Starling Marte is trying to make him feel comfortable, try to make him feel that he's a part of the crew. It's a new team. Maybe it takes time to get comfortable to it. I do not know. I just know the Juan Soto I saw last year, that joy, that energy, that camaraderie he had with the teammates is not the Juan Soto that I saw this weekend. This weekend, I saw somebody who was deers in the headlight, who didn't step up in big situations. That Friday game when the Yankees are up, he came up to the plate. I know it wasn't a tie and run, but he had 2 guys on when the Mets were down 4 runs. He ended the game, right? Sunday, same scenario, right? So I'm not sure what's going on with Juan Soto. I just know Met fans, it's starting to turn into, with Soto, that first year with Carlos Beltran. If you guys remember when Carlos Beltran first signed with the New York Mets, that first season with Beltran was horrible. The way that Mets fans booed him, the way that Met fans were giving it to him, and then he collided with Mike Cameron and got injured and missed the rest of the season. That's where it's starting to turn right now with Juan Soto. For the sake of just sports in New York City or just baseball in New York City, I hope that Juan Soto can figure it out. I want to shout out to some more people before we continue. Shout out to Merc So Saucy, who was in the building. Look, he's not even wearing his big 22 chain. Absolutely. It seems like, and I'm not saying that his character or his personality has been neutered. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I'm saying is that he just doesn't look comfortable. We haven't seen the Soto shuffle. And he's saying, oh, maybe if I feel more comfortable, I'll do it. And then yesterday, you got Met fans calling him out because he didn't bust out the box and he didn't hustle because he thought he hit a home run, but it hit off the wall in Fenway Park. That happens all the time. But because it's Juan Soto, because he has his contract, because of the Subway Series, it's the big spotlight that's on him. Sorry about that long-winded answer.
No, I loved it. Keep going. That's good. Y'all, Hector is at these games. He is I almost said backstage. He is in the locker room. He is around like these people. So his words mean a lot. And I love to hear you talk, Hector. So just go on.
Guys, we got over 70 people in the building, over 40 on YouTube. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. There's emojis on YouTube. Just interact with the emojis. Hit that heart. It helps when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. Shout out to my guy, Caleb Vasquez, who is in the building. We got a giveaway that we're doing for Caleb. We got somebody backstage. I got Future backstage. I'm going to bring up Future in a little bit so he could join us in the conversation. Shout out to my guy, David Gonzalez. I was there on Friday. David Gonzalez was there. Shout out to David. He was like behind home plate, like with the fans, like standing like in the fan section, and I'm on the field, and all I hear is Hector, Hector, and I'm like, who the fuck is calling me? And it was David taking pictures. So shout out to my guy David Gonzalez, who was there at the stadium, and shout out to everybody who was in the building. Lou, this is what Lou0923 said. Dude sold his soul. People, and he is on a team he didn't want to be on either. That's why he has no emotion. Like I always say, money can't buy you happiness, and this is proof. Throw the W's in the chat for our guy Lou. Big time Lou with the dope. That right there couldn't say it better. Money can't buy you happiness. Go ahead, Grace.
100%. And I'm not saying that he regrets signing with the Mets, because I think that's a little too far. But I will say he misses the Yankees team. He misses his teammates. If you want to say that, I think that is evident by the way he acted when he was at Yankee Stadium this weekend. There was one time when, I don't know who was batting behind Soto. I think Soto was on second. And somebody was up to bat. I don't know the Mets lineup that well. And they they lined out to Jason Dominguez. And Soto stayed on second base to wait for Jason to run by him and give him a high five before he went back to the dugout when Jason just ended the frame. I was like, what is happening? If I was a Mets fan, I would be absolutely irate. I would be so angry. But it's like, you can't go so far to say he regrets it, because this man is about to make, or gonna make eventually, close to $1 billion from the Mets. But he's not comfortable yet. He's not happy yet. He misses his teammates. These are all obvious facts. Now, he's going to be in Queens for 15 years. This is not going to last for 15 years. This attitude is not going to last for 15 years. And Juan Soto inevitably is going to hit a big hit and a big moment in the postseason for the Mets. I do believe that. But for right now, it is what it is.
Grace, if there was ever a moment for Juan Soto to have his Mets moment, it was this weekend. It was this weekend. Being back in the Bronx, feeding off of the Yankee fans, shutting up the Yankee fans. This was his moment to have that I'm here. This is why I got paid. This is why my name is Juan Soto. This is why I do the Soto shuffle. And we didn't see that. Again, 1 for 10 over the weekend, right? A little bit up out in front when it comes to pulling on that pitch. I'm not sure if it's comfortability, but this is the first time in Juan Soto's career that I've seen the fans actually get to him.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking, Heck? I don't think Juan Soto has ever been booed before, because he came up super young. He lit the world on fire. They won the World Series. Then the rest of his time with the Nationals, he was lauded as a hero. Then he was traded to the Padres, where they kissed his ass and wanted him to sign long term. And of course he didn't. And then he got traded to the Yankees, and they kissed his ass. And every stadium that he went to on the road, they all kissed his ass too, because they wanted him to go to their franchise. Nobody's ever booed this guy before. He's been living a little powder puff existence where everybody has been saying, Juan Soto, come to our, no, we love you. Come here. Come play for the Mets. Come play for the Padres. Come play for the Yankees. Come play for the Nationals. Come play. Everybody's been loving on him. This was the first time that he was absolutely inundated with hatred, with booing, with anger. And it was like, how is he going to react to this moment? Is he going to step up? Is he going to have his Mets moment? Is he going to have that nail in the coffin, like, I'm a Met, I'm here, deal with it? He didn't do that. He looked sad. He looked, and I'm telling you, I almost felt sorry for him. But do you have that Yorbit Vivas thing ready to go?
The Yorbit Vivas, hold on, wait, because I was looking for, give me 1 second, hold on.
Because while you pull that up, we were talking about the Soto shuffle and the swagger and all this stuff. And let me tell you something. Now, listen, please. Everybody listen to what I'm about to say. I am not saying that Yorbit Vivas is Juan Soto, okay? No. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, in this at-bat, and y'all know which at-bat I'm talking about, Yorbit Bibas saw 11 pitches in a crucial moment to fight for his life to keep the rally alive. And in that at bat, he acted more like Juan Soto than Juan Soto acted like himself. He was looking at the pitcher. He was snuffing, no. He was digging in the dirt. He was using his bat. I was like, what has gotten into this kid? And it was amazing to see. And afterward, when they interviewed him, oh God, I can't think of the translator's name. I'm gonna just be so embarrassed. What's the translator's name?
Are you talking about Marwin?
Yes.
Yeah, Marwin. Shout out to Marwin.
Yeah, shout out to Marwin. He was like translating for Yorbit, and he said, all I did was ask God to help me. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. The longest at bat, the best at bat in that situation that Katie Sharp tweeted since 1988. Incredible moment for Yorbit Bibas.
I got somebody that I want to bring up. I'm going to bring up my guy Caleb Vasquez first before I bring up Future. I want to shout out my guy Caleb. We're running a giveaway right now, and I'm going to have Caleb explain it to everybody. If you guys are out there want to win some Yankee tickets, my guy Caleb Vasquez, we got something cooking. Caleb, let me get a thumbs up. Let me know you're ready to come up with copy. So I got my guy Caleb Vasquez in the building. Caleb, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I am good, especially after this weekend, after last night. Oof. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Yankees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Caleb, before we get into the Juan Soto, because I want to get your take from this past weekend, let the people know about the giveaway that we have tag team with, myself, you, and Latino Sports, the giveaway that we were talking about.
Yes. So tomorrow we have we got 2 tickets to give away in section 103. I posted it on Instagram. That's basically, yeah, your view right behind the captain right there. So the rules are right there. Just like it, share it. Hopefully by tomorrow at 2:00, I'm gonna select a winner. We definitely have more of these coming for the rest of the season, man. This is something that's really cool. We want to give back to the fans. It's always been something I've been fond of, just giving back to the fans, giving them experiences that, we kind of take for granted. I'm thankful to be able to go to so many games this season. And I'm just thankful to, to do this with you, Heck, with Uptown Sports, with Latino Sports. And like I said, there's more to come for sure.
I appreciate you. Yesterday, you had a moment with JC Escara, right? Yesterday, Caleb and I, we were at the Jazz Chisholm Foundation. It was a dope event. Explain to the people that, because I didn't even mention it to Grace yet. I was waiting for you to come up so you could mention it to the people and so Grace can hear it. So let the people know the convo you and JC had.
So JC, well, first of all, he looked a little lonely. I was telling you about that, right, Hector? He wasn't talking to anybody. Belly wasn't there yet. Cole wasn't there yet. He was just like kind of hanging out by himself. So I took the opportunity to go up to him and be like, JC, can I just ask you a question? And he came down, and so I was at the just-in-time youth baseball clinic with Lou Griever. I took that opportunity to speak to him, to ask him a favor, to give something to JC Escara. And this is what I was letting JC Escara know. So Topps baseball cards, they have something called Topps Now. And they had a baseball card for JC Escara when he had his first ever MLB hit. I ordered a couple of those cards, and one of the cards that got ordered was a 12 of 50 gold version card. And I showed JC Escara like a picture of it on eBay. And he looked at it and he said, man, I wish I had a card like that, to give to my grandkids one day. And right then and there I said, well, JC, I asked Luke Weaver yesterday to give it to you. That's a gift from myself, from Hector, from our boy CK. Shout out CK. And I think Hector got it on video, but the reaction was just so genuine. JC was really brought back by it. This is what we love to do, man. We love to create these relationships with these players. It's not just about just being a fan, every other, we want to really build relationships with these guys and let them know we have their back, and we're rooting so damn hard for them. So I don't know. That was a really cool moment last night.
I just gotta say something real quick in the chat, guys. I know we enjoyed having these conversations, but if we could be just respectful to one another, there's no reason to go back and forth. If somebody has a take you don't agree with, that's totally fine and stuff. You could question them as long as it's respectful, as long as we're having respectful dialogue and conversations. But back to the Juan Soto news, right? Because you were with the Bleacher Creatures, you were there with the Terrorist Squad and the Toyota Terrorists that Friday. I was in the press box. Let them know. Is your ear still hurting from that day?
Yeah, bro. I couldn't hear the roll call. I couldn't hear the roll call. It was so loud. Mark, it from my perspective, it looked like Mark was getting pissed because the players weren't reacting to him. Vivas was one of them. He didn't know. I think Keith McPherson mentioned it on the radio the other day. Vivas didn't react to the roll call, so it couldn't be heard. Toyota Terrace is right next to the bleachers on 203, and we couldn't hear. We couldn't hear what player they were up to because what I was trying to do personally was wait for the roll call to end, wait for that to end, and then what I was gonna have our section do, well, try to get everybody to join as well, was to shout out Cabrera. I was gonna have his jersey up
Mm-hmm.
and go Cabrera, because for obvious reasons. But I kept looking over. I could not tell where they were up to. Man, that place was loud, bro. It was so loud. But man, that was quite an experience. I mean, you weren't expecting anything less. Like, come on now. It's a Subway Series. Soto first game back as a New York Met. And well, thank God we got the series.
Yeah, facts. Go ahead, Grace.
For sure.
Yeah. I heard that it was the most watched Sunday Night Baseball game in years. And I'm like, wow. I mean, people were tuning in. People love drama. They love gossip. They love, all the reality TV, right? Has become this huge phenomenon in our country. People love to see it. They love to get messy. So everybody was tuning in. They wanted to see the Yankees booing. They wanted to see what was Juan Soto going to do. Was he going to shut up the crowd? Luckily it went our way. But I want to say, for me personally, going forward, I'm over it now. Like, next time we play the Mets, it's the Mets. Juan Soto's a Met. I'm over it now. He's mid now, or his season has been mid so far. And so he's not like that big of a threat to me. And that's how it's going to be for me personally moving on from it. I can't speak for everybody else. Everybody feels their own way. But the first time was this weekend. It was the first one, first licks and all that. So it was quite a spectacle. I don't think it'll be like that forever. But yeah, this was a special series.
Caleb, I know Caleb took time from work right now. I don't want my guy Caleb to get in trouble. So Caleb, let's get some prediction.
We're good. My boss just walked on by. It's all good, baby.
Copy. So I'm gonna bring up Future to join us in the conversation right now. Future, he got the thumbs up. He's ready to go. The young boy is ready to talk Yankees. Future, let's get your take. How you doing, Future?
I'm doing great. I'm happy. The Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Let's go.
The Yankees beat the Mets. Juan Soto looked like a shell of himself. I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Let's go.
Yeah. And also, Grace Monroe has become a big Knicks fan this postseason run. So that's awesome. Grace has both the Knicks and the Yankees, right, Grace?
That's right. I'm on the bandwagon. Hector's like, why are you a Knicks fan now? And I was like, well, all my friends like the Knicks, so I'm just supporting them.
No, I welcome it. I don't care. People hate on bandwagons. I don't care. You could come. It's welcome.
Grace. Welcome.
Grace is part of the family.
Thank you.
Future, you had a tweet that went viral, right? So I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up so you can explain the tweet to the people and all the hate that you got. Go ahead, bro.
So I'm gonna start off with the funny story with this. I was talking with Met fans about the whole week after the game, and they were like, they wanted to have a conversation why Soto just looks so unhappy, and the example they used was the infamous Game 5 home run. That's the example they used. So everybody was coming out saying it's the playoffs. He doesn't need to show that much emotion in May. So I'm like, well, This was an April home run. However, I accidentally tweeted it out normally instead of replying, and it kind of blew up. But the reality is, Soto looked a lot happier with the Yankees in the early going. Now, that's not to sit here and say that he's not going to have his time with the Mets. He's a Met. That's the bottom line. He's a Met. But I'm not going to sit here and deny that there isn't something wrong with the guy. He looks out of it. He hasn't done the Soto shuffle once. Where is the shuffle? Where is the shuffle? And as a fan of the player, it hurts. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of hurts.
Right.
As a Yankee fan, I loved it. But as a Juan Soto fan, I mean, I bought the jersey for him. It's Ben Rice's now, but I bought the jersey for him.
That's our boss now.
Future, that's kind of what I was saying when I said I felt kind of bad. At a certain point, I felt sad because he's a person and I loved him on the Yankees, and I don't, want anybody to cry on the field or get their heart broken to the point. I mean, he looked really hurt, and it made me sad and that's what I'm saying. Going forward, I'm over it. Juan Soto, he's a Met. I wouldn't boo him personally going forward after today. But I'm not going to tell anybody else how to fan. But for me personally, this was the first time he was back. He was going to hear from us, and he did. Now, Copy, you're a Met. Let's play baseball. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
Point blank, period. We got one more person backstage that I want to bring her up to join us in the conversation. It's our good friend Erica. That's baseball, Erica. You know I had to get Erica in on this conversation because we got to talk about Juan Soto. We got to talk about the Mets. I need Erica to go off. Erica, how you feeling? You're muted, Erica.
I muted it because my dogs are always barking. Sorry.
You're good.
But no, I'm good, man. This stretch of games outside of the Mets series as well, like it's just been a great stretch of games. We gave away games that we could have won. It could have been an even better stretch of games. But yeah, man, I know you guys been talking about Soto for 45 minutes, and I get it's the talk of the town. I'll give my 2 cents. I'm convinced he might be playing hurt because watching him hustle on defense in right field, like he wasn't hustling. He was just like running gingerly. I've been optimistic this whole time. I mean, we saw him play 162 games, plus him and Stanton put, the Yankees on their shoulders last season. But I've been optimistic with Mets fans while they've been pessimistic. This is not going to last. There's no way that a guy like this with that kind of talent, this is going to last. But like Future said, as a Yankee fan this weekend, it was fun, especially, Mets fans want to complain that, oh, this is our World Series. Oh, you guys are like just hung up on this Soto thing. They have pumped their chest. They were talking about Soto even last season in the middle of the season. Like, oh, well, Uncle Cohen, he's going to steal him from you guys. What are you guys going to do? I'm going to send you guys condolences letters, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all in the middle of the season, during the playoffs. Like everything was about the Yankees. So you can't we finally get back at you guys. Sorry, comes with the territory. You guys finally won something, right? In the Soto sweepstakes. Now you got to deal with the repercussions. You're going to be the most hated. He's the most hated guy in New York when you come to the Yankees fans. You guys, it is what it is. He brought the rivalry back. That's why this was the highest viewed game of Sunday baseball night game or whatever, like Grace had said. It's because that him signing that contract brings back the rivalry. It is what it is. But he looks like he's lost his mojo. So it's just really weird to watch. And yeah, I mean, that's really all I got. You guys said everything that I would have said already, but yeah, it is what I just wanted to address the Mets fans that are just like, this is your guys' World Series. No, man, you guys have been down our throats since he signed and pumping your chest, and now you guys are getting a taste of your own medicine.
I'm going to equate this, and to the kids and to the adults that grew up going to New York City public schools, you guys can understand what I'm saying. What the Met fans have been this offseason and even the start of the season leading up to this World Series, talking about Juan Soto, it reminds me of that kid that got his first pair of Jordans in high school and didn't know how to act. and wanted everyone to like compliment him on his first pair of Jordans ever. That's what Met fans are right now. And after nobody complimented him on his first pair of Jordans, now Met fans are like, well, you know, it's just a regular sneaker. You know, it don't mean much or whatever. No, but like Erica said, you guys talked all that mess. You talked all that nonsense. Keep that same energy. Grace, I'm going to kick it over to you because we have to talk about the replacements that filled in for Juan Soto, Max Fried, Devin Williams, Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldsmith. Jake Montgomery on Twitter said, in a weekend where everything was revolved around Juan Soto in the Bronx, the irony, Cody Bellinger, Max Fried, Devin Williams, and Paul Goldsmith won the Subway Series for the New York Yankees, and it's incredible. Go ahead, Grace.
The Mets wanted so bad to just rub it in our faces. They wanted to soak in the tears, the Yankees tears and the booing, and they wanted it so bad. And what happened, Hector, what you just threw up there on the screen was that after they scrimped and saved and bought a Porsche, we showed up with a Lamborghini, and they are pissed. We got Cody Bellinger, Max Fried, Devin Williams, and Paul Goldschmidt showing out this weekend. The what do we call it? The Soto pivot plan, right? Plan B, if you will, showed out over Plan A. And the Mets were robbed of the satisfaction of just rubbing it in our faces. They didn't get it. They didn't get that satisfaction. So now they're going to flip the script on the Yankees fans and say, oh, well, y'all care too much. This is your World Series. Oh, yeah? Really? Come on.
And I got to add something before I throw it over to Caleb to give us his take. When it comes to Devin Williams, another scoreless outing from Devin Williams. Devin Williams on Friday when I was there, my editor was like, oh, when Devin Williams was coming up in the game, he's like, oh, look, Alonso's coming up to bat. I was like, I don't care. And then Devin Williams was coming in. I was like, holy snap. And he struck out the side. The confidence. Devin Williams' confidence is starting to rise. He lowered his ERA to 7.71. And I know some people are like, oh my God, 7.71, you're getting excited. Look at Erica's face. But I'm excited because Devin Williams, he is starting to turn it around. And if you have Luke Weaver closing out the games, if you have Devin Williams as a setup guy, if you have Jonathan Loaisiga, who came back this weekend, phenomenal, you got that on top of Fernando Cruz. You cooking with some hot grease. Go ahead, Caleb. Let's get your take. And let's kick it around. Go ahead.
Yeah, seeing Lasagna come back was absolutely awesome. I just wanted to say one last thing about Soto, if I can, because look, I'm also like Future a huge baseball fan above anything else, and like Soto's a generational talent. You can't forget that. It's only mid-May. He has a long season. It's gonna come back. His mojo, whatever it is, his swag, it's gonna come back. I hope it doesn't come back against us, obviously. But look, Soto, I'm not worried about him. I'm glad we got the series. Now let's move on with who we got instead of him, which is Cody, Devin. You know, all these guys, they're just real Yankees, man. I mean, even seeing Cody last night, had to congratulate him on the grand slam. That was a huge hit. I mean, he's on a 13-game hitting streak. It's just great to see him doing well for us now, man. And we got to just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling.
Yeah, facts. Future, I want to toss it over to you to get your take on the replacements that we have for Juan Soto, and then kick it up to Erica. Folks in the chat, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got over 100 people watching us collectively. We got over close to 50 on YouTube. So if you guys can, smack the like, hit that subscribe button. Tina just dropped the Discord for the Yankee Family Discord. It is a great Discord that people in the Yankee community have created. Tina's one of the mods over there. Tina does an amazing job as best as she can when it comes to controlling the lunatics that are over there. So shout out to Tina. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Future.
I love the replacements. The guys that we got, like, nothing can replace the production that Juan Soto gave us. Like I said, it was Judge and Soto, basically Ruth and Gehrig. You cannot replace that. However, what Cody has been doing, what Pete has been doing, what Devin is starting to show, and what Max Fried has done, Fernando Cruz, what he has done, All of our big name acquisitions this past offseason have been phenomenal. Cody started off a little cold. I stuck by him because I wanted Cody to be a Yankee. I knew his mechanics were just simply off. And look, just look at the kind of hitter he is now. Look at what Goldie has been doing. He's hitting over 300 and we're in mid-May. It's no different than seeing how Aaron Judge is hitting 400 and we're in mid-May. It has been insane to watch. Judge has gotten better as the years progress. Bellinger is slowly but surely looking like his 2019 MVP self. Maybe not to the full extent, but a snippet. Just a snippet is enough for me. And then Paul Goldschmidt went into the fountain of youth. So it has been great around the board with our offense. And it's insane for me to say that our offense looks better than it was last year so far. Because it's well-rounded versus two guys.
Facts.
And then the pitching, I mean, Max Fried, Cy Young candidacy. It's that we're at that point now. It's been insane. It's been beautiful. Plan B has been working. It has been working.
Eric, I want to toss it over to you to get your take before I switch gears, and we got to talk about everybody's favorite Yankee, DJ La Máquina, and Grace will lead us in the conversation. Go ahead, Erica.
Future, I saw the tweet that you had, and people were like saying, "Oh, Cody's not gonna, like, he's not that good of a hitter." Blah blah blah. It's so funny, that discourse. But yeah, that pivot that Cashman made for these guys has obviously worked out splendid. Devin Williams, I haven't seen him look that pissed. Like you could tell he brought last playoffs against the Mets into this game as far as just like a chip on his shoulder, because when he struck out the side and walked off the mound, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that confidence or that just like that FU. He was just like, and he walked off the mound off this. Fried, he has the history with the Mets with being a Brave, so he looked like he was just like locked in. Goldschmidt had 3 hits, and in those 3 hits, he came in to score on 3 runs, right? So like those were big. Cody Bellinger had 7 hits, 7 RBIs in this series. Like what? And I forget, 1 for 10 Juan Soto. So yeah, I missed the guy. I'm not gonna lie. Having Juan Soto in the lineup and seeing that 1-2 between him and Judge, I will never see something like that again. It was special, but the length of this lineup and the balance of this lineup, there's not enough that can be said. And that's not even mentioning Jason Dominguez and what he has added to the length of this lineup, because technically he's even, I guess, a replacement of Juan Soto. So how Cashman has flipped, a $765 million contract and turned it into this is really telling. It's special. And you got to give him props.
Yeah, 100%. I want to kick it to Caleb because Caleb got to dip out real quick. I know he got one last thing to say. Go ahead, Caleb, and I'll throw it also over to Grace.
I'm just going to bring up the giveaway once again. Everybody, please like it, share it. I mean, these are great seats. Like I mentioned earlier, we're planning to do many giveaways. With the Knicks still in the playoffs, we'll see where the watch parties are at. Hopefully back in the Garden again. I mean, it's been 25 long years for them. The city is on fire. It's on fire right now, guys. It's just amazing to see. But like I said, like it, share it. Good luck to everybody. And everybody have a good day. Can't wait.
Caleb, appreciate you, my guy. We're definitely going to have you up here again. Make sure you guys go and follow my guy, Caleb Vasquez, NYC_money301 on Instagram and all social media platforms. Caleb, appreciate you, fam.
Good to see y'all.
My guy. So, Grace, toss it over to you for the conversation that we've all been waiting to have, right? We got to talk about Jason Dominguez. Go ahead.
Oh, my boys on TV. I'm so proud of Jason Dominguez. I swear to God, I was talking to Frank Luna the other day, and I told him, because we were talking about Jason Dominguez, and I said, I feel like I'm his auntie because I'm so proud. I'm so proud of him. Like, I feel like I know him. Obviously I don't, but that's how proud I am of this kid. Like, he's my nephew or something. He does things that don't show up on the stat sheet. You have to watch the games. This guy is a rally. You've heard of rally killers? He's a rally bringer. He's a rally bringer, y'all. And when he's first to lead off the inning, I'm like, oh, here comes the rally. Here comes the rally. Book it. And what happens? He stands in that box like a freaking veteran. He's getting better from the right side. And these things, you wouldn't see it unless you watch every pitch. Now, y'all in the chat, I know y'all watch every pitch, so I know y'all going to be agreeing with me right now. He's coming around on the right side. His left side is immaculate. He's working walks. He is stealing bags. He is making plays. Y'all, Jason Dominguez is going to be somebody to watch for sure. So proud of him. Big stuff he's doing right now.
When it came, I'm gonna bring this stat up again because I'm not sure if people were paying attention. For some reason, StreamYard is moving people around in the camera. I don't know why. But Jason Dominguez in the month of March and April, and 404 plate appearances, he was walking 10.6% of the time. He was striking out at 32.7% of the time. Right now, in 51 at-bats in May, that walk rate has gone up to 17.6. That strikeout rate has gone down to 21.6. And you've seen it. I know on Saturday when the Yankees lost that game, he kind of had a misplay in left field. I was watching it from the press box. I was like, automatically, I just heard Yankee fans in the comment section on Twitter. But the growth that we have seen from Jason Dominguez from the beginning of the season until now, this is what Yankee fans have been preaching. We want to see when it comes to Anthony Volpe and his development and the way that Anthony Volpe grows into a major league player. And we have not seen that from Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe has been struggling tremendously. I said it. He had one or two games or 3 games when he just was off it. Everybody's like, all right, Anthony Volpe's back. But then he disappears for the next 2 weeks. And that's something that Jason Dominguez, you've seen the growing pains starting in spring training, the beginning of the season, and now. Jason Dominguez has surpassed, to me, Anthony Volpe when it comes to the Yankees' young players on that depth chart.
Can I say one more thing before we go on to somebody else? Luis Rojas, if you're watching right now, stop holding my boy at third. This kid runs 31 feet per second. Stop holding him at third. Stop giving him the stop sign. The other day, he gave him the stop sign. And I looked at Jason's face. He was frustrated. And I said, me too, my boy. I'm frustrated too. The next time he came around, what happened? Luis Rojas throws up the stop sign. Jason Dominguez said, skirt, ran right through it, and he was safe. I said, stop holding my boy. Erica knows. I've been texting her on the side. But yeah. You got to know who's your fastest player on the freaking team. And right now, that's Jason Dominguez. Don't hold him at third. Thank you.
I'll toss it over to Erica to get her take on that conversation. Erica, let's go. What's your thoughts?
I'm so appreciative that I have someone to text during games. It was I was nervous with you. I was like this you were like, I just want them to win so bad. And I'm over here shaking my legs. I was like nervous texting back. I was like, me too. Yeah. Thank God they did. But like Grace said, if you just looked at his last 7 games and you looked at his stat line, you'd be like, oh, what he's batting 200 in his last 7 games. No, it's the intangibles. He has big boy at bats. It like he works the count. It's not just like 3-0 and then he walks on the 4th pitch or the 5th pitch. No, he's working the counts, getting it to 3-2, fouling off pitches, and then maybe walking on the 8th pitch. Like big boy at bats, and he's done it time over time over this past season. If you watch every game, the play at home where Pete Alonso sailed the ball, I don't know where he was throwing. He had like Chuck Knobloch, I don't know, Peters, but that was still going to be a bang bang play. That was going to be a bang bang play because of Dominguez's speed. I don't think it was as easy as maybe it might have looked. So yeah, I want to see him batting higher in the lineup, just like I want to see Volpe batting lower in the lineup. And yeah, I mean, again, it's the intangibles. He's going to be a really good hitter. He takes what the defense gives him when he does make contact. You saw he was finding holes in the infield, or he'll go and find like the outfield in the I don't know why I'm blanking, but anyway, like left center, right center, stuff like that. So yeah, I always say it. He's going to be special. And just remember, guys, this is just his rookie season. So if his average doesn't look like anything crazy, even though I think he's batting like 2.6, what is he batting? 240?
241.
Okay. yeah, what you're actually seeing in those at bats is very telling to what the future holds for him.
And it's above major league average, by the way. That's above major
Which
league
is-
average. League
yeah.
average.
Yeah,
OPS is
future. But
763.
talking about
Huh?
future, before future go, I just want to read this off real quick. My guy Sean on Twitter, he put it up there. It won't look like much in the box score, but Jason Dominguez going down 0-2 versus a guy throwing 101 miles per hour and having the plate discipline to come back, work a leadoff walk, and score the game-winning run. That's huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Future, go ahead, bro. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You know how I like my stats, and you all know how we all know how I like to.
You like the
calculate.
numbers. You like the
Hey.
numbers.
Don't forget them arm value. You got to calculate that. But I found out that Jason has actually surpassed Bobby Witt in speed.
Say it again.
Bobby Witt Jr. has a sprint speed of 30.4 feet per second.
That's insane.
Slow.
Jason Dominguez has tied him and beaten him with 31.2 feet per second.
That's so
He
crazy.
is a whole second faster than Bobby Witt Jr.
And he's huge.
And
You will
apparently,
not-
Bobby Witt Jr. is the future of baseball.
You will not see it. You cannot understand it. With Jason's build, you would not believe it. However, he is faster, if not just as fast, as Bobby Witt.
And I wonder if Bobby Witt gets held a third.
Oh, and Jason Dominguez, what's his batting average this season so far? I think I had it up. He had 241. 241. Do you guys know Bobby Witt Jr.'s stat for his rookie season? Because this is technically Jason's rookie season.
Yeah.
Ooh, tell me.
Bobby Witt's batting average for his rookie year was 250.
Oh, Jason's gonna finish 260.
250.
He'll finish the year 260 or more for sure. Mark it down.
And in his rookie year, you know how many home runs he had, Bobby Witt Jr.?
8.
5.
Ooh.
5. Jason Dominguez has what? 5. Jason
Yeah,
Dominguez
5.
is tied with him already.
He had 3 in one game.
And he's not even playing every day.
Right. This is true.
Yankee fans in the chat, if you guys can't hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got some more topics to talk about. Also, follow my guy Yankee Farm, who is in the building. My guy Los. I made you a moderator on the channel, so if you want Los, you could drop the link to your YouTube channel so everybody can follow you. Shout out to my guy Los. He does an amazing job when it comes talking about Yankee prospects and Yankee guys at the lower level. Los does an amazing job when it comes to covering all of minor league baseball, but specifically the Yankees prospects. Go give my guy a follow. Nobody as great as Los that's in the business when it comes to the prospects. But switching gears to DJ La Máquina, right? DJ LeMahieu, 333, 1 home run, right? DJ LeMahieu on his excitement after hitting his first home run of the season since returning from the injury. I don't think it was too much emotion, but maybe for me. That home run that DJ LeMahieu hit, it was an inside fastball, right? Opposite field, right field home run in Yankee Stadium, right by the foul pole. That goes to show that DJ LeMahieu, I was so happy seeing that from DJ. Let me get your thoughts on that, Grace, before we continue.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree. Him going oppo is such a great sign, right? From DJ LeMahieu. And honestly, I want to say he's been back for 12 at-bats. I haven't seen a bad at-bat yet. I haven't seen the old school, weak contact, rolling over on a ball, ground into a double play at-bats that we used to see from DJ LeMahieu. All of his contact has been hard, and all of his counts have been worked deep, even if he gets struck out. Like the one time when he got struck out against Stanek, when Stanek was throwing 101-mile-an-hour cheddar.
Yeah.
And DJ was standing in there fouling off the balls. I was like, oh my God, DJ, is he back? Is he back? Is this happening? I don't know how to feel right now because he was standing in there, like I said, fouling off 101 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour, 101 mile an hour, 101 mile an hour. And he was seeing it. He ultimately struck out that at bat, but it's like, you can't really blame him. He worked a good at bat. I hate to say a strikeout is a good at bat, but all things considered, there was a lot there that was encouraging to me. And even one time when he grounded out to third, he smoked it. He smoked it. And I'm like, you can't be mad at that. Of course, he lined out once directly to, was that directly to Soto? He hit it hard. Hard, boy. You can't be mad about that. I mean, and he's making plays at second base. He's looking good there.
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy? I wrote a tweet and then I deleted it because I was like, oh Lord, let me not stir up the Glaber fans again. But I was like, DJ's looking better than Glaber was at second base. I know it's an extremely small sample size, but damn it, he looks he's making plays that Glaber wouldn't have made, and y'all know that I just loved Glaber Torres. But anyway. When Jazz Chisholm Jr. comes back, they may put him at third.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's a good problem to have. One more stat on Jason Dominguez before I toss it over to Erica. This is from Los. This is why Los is the best. Jason versus left-handed. As a left-handed hitter, 310 batting average, 408 on-base percentage, and a 506 slugging. Shout out to my guy Los in the building. Go ahead, Erica. Let's get your take on La Máquina that's called DJ.
I was just going to drop that stat. I was like, Jason's 310 from the left and 109 from the right. It's bad. It's like 109 from the right. That's bad. I don't know. But yeah, they don't let him play when he's time to face righties. So he needs to work on that. They got to give him some more reps on that side. DJ LeMahieu, I think this is so funny. I remember, I think he came up to bat and I took a picture and I'm like, I can't believe this dude is still on this team. Like, I really can't. But when it came to this series, yeah, it looks, I don't know if Paul Goldschmidt brought like a fountain of youth, like someone else said, into the clubhouse, but DJ LeMahieu looks like he has a pep in his step. He has a chip on his shoulder. Like Grace said, the at bat where he was fouling off 100-mile-an-hour pitches by Stanek. I don't think that DJ LeMahieu of last year or the year before that is doing that. He's hitting the ball hard. His exit velocity, just to go back to stats, is at 91.6 average this season. Granted, it's just been a couple at bats. Whereas every season for the last 3 prior where he's been hurt, it's 88 averaging. So he's up 3 ticks up on the miles per hour on exit velo, which what does that mean? I don't know. I just wanted to throw some stats out there because Grace made a bunch of already great points. And I wanted to give Future a stat that he can maybe get giddy over. So yeah, it's I mean, you needed him, right? You lost Cabrera, you lost Jazz. Can't believe that we're happy about DJ LeMahieu being back, but if this is the version that we're going to get of him, then, I'll take it. And yeah, his glove looks nasty. He could have made a couple more crazy plays, but he bobbled the ball a few times, just kind of probably rushing the throws or whatever. But yeah, he looks nasty over there. That old man's there's still something left in the tank, I guess.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Tina, shout out to everybody who joined the Discord. My guy Merc So Saucy is in there. My guy David just subscribed to Yankees Farm for my guy Los. This is what we do, guys. Tina, if somebody drop Erica's channel in the chat, we support everybody that's over here. Like I always say, there's enough views, there's enough clicks, there's enough subscribers for every content creator out there, so we can all eat and we can have these great conversations. I love doing my show with Grace Monroe. I love having conversations with Erica. I love my guy Future and the work we do behind the scenes. Shout out to Ghost as well, who wasn't in the chat today, but he is my brother. Talk about Future. I'll kick it over to you. Go ahead, Future. Let's get your thoughts on DJ.
We got 2 players who are of the older variety, who got something to prove. But seeing DJ, it's not the success that has me a little hooked. It's the at-bat quality. His at-bat qualities have been amazing to watch. It's not like it's like Grace said, he's not rolling over and he's fighting. Like I said, that at-bat against Stanek shocked me.
Me too.
It ended in failure, but to me, that felt like a success. He was battling 100-mile-per-hour pitches like it was nothing. He ultimately struck out, but it's like he worked Stanek. And no different than Yorbit working Stanek later on in the game. If DJ could be just a bit of his former self, like the second half version of 2023, or even like a little snippet of 2019 DJ, That is more than enough. Give us that Gold Glove defense, and the bat will just come with it. It will be an extra. Like I get it. It's 12 at bats, and we know how DJ is. Like we all understand the kind of hitter he is nowadays. But if he can just give us a little bit of fight, then that's more than enough for me. And one more thing, there was a quote that he said to to Jimmy, where he said that he felt like he had a chip on his shoulder, where he genuinely feel like if I don't do this, I'm done. So he's not only fighting for his spot, but fighting to prove something. It's no different than Paul Goldschmidt. Everybody thought he was washed after last year, and look what he's doing now. He's fighting, and that's what we need.
Future, I couldn't say it any better than what you just said right now, because when you look at this Subway Series, I said on Friday when we had the show, I think Thursday when we had the show, last time we had the show, previewing the Subway Series, that when it comes to the starting rotation, I gave it to the Mets, that the Mets had a better starting rotation. But when it comes to the bullpen, I thought it was going to come down to the bullpen. And we saw this weekend how strong the Yankees bullpen is versus the Mets. Every arm that the Yankees threw out there gave Aaron Boone quality innings, quality at-bats, quality outs, getting guys out. And when you look at Aaron Boone, this is something that Erica and we talked on the last time that she was up here. A lot of people say that they're quick to beat up Aaron Boone when Aaron Boone makes a bad move, right? They're quick to come for Aaron Boone on Twitter when Aaron Boone makes a horrible move. On Sunday, in that Discord that we had, as soon as the lineup came out, people in the Discord was going, look at this stupid ass lineup that Aaron Boone is throwing out there, right? But it is working. You cannot poo-poo on something when we're getting results. The Yankees, if they don't have the best record in America, no, they're behind the Tigers. They're right there with the Tigers for the second best record in the American League. Everybody thought the Yankees were going to suck this year. Everybody thought that the Baltimore Orioles would go, outside of Yankee fans, that the Baltimore Orioles were going to win this division. The Baltimore Orioles with that new young thing. They have 2 more wins than the White Sox. They just fired their manager over the weekend. I was in the press box when it happened, and everybody started scattering because they had to work on an article for the story. So please, as much as we criticize Aaron Boone, as much as Yankee fans criticize Brian Cashman, sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not. You cannot say that this version of the New York Yankees, this 2025 team that we have right now, it's a horrible team, because it's not. You're just lying to yourself. And we're doing this, Grace, without Garrett fucking Cole. Without Garrett Cole.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Grace, I'm going to toss it over to you to lead the convo in the next topic before we get ready to wrap things up. But we got to talk about Aaron Judge. Now, Aaron Judge, this is what he said about Juan Soto. He just said hello to him. Hadn't seen him all series, just kind of wishing him the best, kind of said, hey, man, you're the best in the game. Things like this are going to happen. Just keep playing your game. And I'm telling you this right now. That right there was Yankee PR. That right there was Yankees telling Aaron Judge or the Yankees coaching him over the years. Because me, my editor Rizzo, and our photographer Bill, we were waiting for that moment on Friday. Bill was in the photo well with his camera when Juan Soto was going out there. I was in the press box with Rizzo. I was zoomed in on my phone, zoomed in. Judge started walking. He saw Soto, turned right around, and kept on walking away. Grace, let's get your thoughts on that real quick and then toss it around.
What? You're saying he avoided him?
Yeah. There's no way that Aaron Judge didn't purposely avoid Juan Soto for the first 2 games. Juan Soto, when I was in the press box, right? I got to the stadium super early. Like Grace, I told you I was getting there early so I could be there. Normally the visiting team, they come out like at 3 o'clock, like around like 4 o'clock after the clubhouse is closed. He was out there while the clubhouse was open. He was out there waiting to meet former teammates. He was out there with the Yankees strength and conditioning coach, DJ LeMahieu. So yeah, go ahead, Grace.
Yeah. Judge always says the right thing. This isn't breaking news. Judge is Captain America, right? He does the right thing. He says the right thing. He never insults anybody. He's gracious. He was last year when he had the best season of any hitter of all time for the right side, right? The highest OPS of all time ever, right? He was saying, oh, Juan Soto's the best. The whole season. So we know how he is. He's always giving credit to other people and being humble. And now this quote, he's continuing to do that. He's a gracious, humble guy. He says the right thing. He's not gonna say, I'm sick of talking about Juan Soto. Even if he is, he's not gonna say that. So I'm not surprised that he gave a nice, polite quote, and was gracious to call Juan Soto the best, even though we all know that Aaron Judge is the best. And Juan Soto knows that too. But, I'm not surprised.
Erica, I'll toss it over to you. I'm working on something back here in the backstage. Go ahead, Erica.
Oh, okay. Yeah, before the Sunday baseball game where you saw their interaction, I was convinced that he wasn't trying to interact with him Friday, Saturday. Like it never looked like he went out of his way. You saw all those videos where Soto's talking to, the Yankees while taking batting practice and everything, seeing Booney and stuff. But you didn't see Judge. You didn't see Stanton. I don't think him and Stanton said anything to each other. Apparently they didn't. I was reading some tweets because Stanton's the dog, man. Stanton, he's all about that code. It's like, nah, you don't mess with us, then F you, basically. Remember, Soto was making all these comments during the contract and how the Mets are built for longevity and the Yankees after 5-6 years, they don't really have anything. So you want to make those comments? All right, cool. You know what you do? You kill him with kindness. That's what Judge did. And Judge's actual response is what he's doing on the field, which is batting 404, which is leading the MLB, or in most stats now. He's, there's a lot of players that are now leading in home runs and everything. But yeah, he came out and he's showing out on the field. And Juan Soto, really, guys, he's not our problem anymore. And that's the way I think Judge is looking at it. And that's how we have to look at it. We can enjoy this because of all the slack that Mets fans were giving us. But at the end of the day, like, that's it. We got to worry about us. The Yankees are in first place. We're up 4.5 games. And we just got to try to get back to the World Series and finish what we tried to finish last season and, it didn't go as planned. So, yeah, I think that this entire clubhouse has a chip on their shoulder. And I watched a podcast with Jazz. He was on a podcast with Fat Joe and Jadakiss, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they were like, so tell us about Juan Soto. Like, you don't have to get into it, but what is it? And even Jazz was like, I love being a Yankee. And I think that's the mentality in that clubhouse is like, we don't know why he left, like, other than money. Like, this is as good as it gets. So, I love Judge's approach to everything. And like I said, you can tell things bothered him throughout the offseason. He's probably tired of answering these questions too, but he's actually going out there and proving why he's the best. And unfortunately, Soto's just struggling right now.
Seeing the Yankee players yesterday interacting, right? You get to peek behind the curtain and you're like, oh, these guys really do fuck with each other. I don't mean to curse like that, but these guys really do rock with each other, right? Seeing Garrett Cole getting there, and the first thing there was a bunch of people surrounding Garrett Cole. He's like, listen, I just got here. I just want to see my teammates. I just want to go to my teammates. I just want to hang out with my teammates. And he got there, and the way that he embraced Cody Bellinger, the way that he embraced JC Escara, and seeing them interact like that was awesome. Jazz Chisholm did the because it was a fashion show as well. So Jazz Chisholm walked the runway, right? And then Jazz Chisholm, swaggiest guy. And then when he got there, the way that Garrett Cole hugged him and embraced him, and Garrett Cole and Jazz Chisholm had like a Hermes bag that was way more money than I've ever seen in my life, but it was an Hermes bag at like 20,000. And then you see Garrett Cole like being that uncle that like is looking at his nephew's clothing like, oh, this is what the young kids are rocking and stuff. And Garrett Cole taking pictures with it. That just showed like, oh my God, these guys actually care about each other. And you can tell it's not fake. Seeing Jazz say that like yesterday as well, I love being a Yankee, right? I brought up Oswaldo to him. Oswaldo's my guy. I love what we have. I love our clubhouse. I love everything that we have. Right. And it actually means, I saw that Jadakiss and Fat Joe thing that you're talking about. And I was wondering, like, is this just fake? Is this a facade? No, it's not fake. You can tell that these guys really do rock with each other. And it's a bond that goes deeper than just baseball. Future, I'll let you go. Go ahead, brother.
It really just comes down to comfortability. I don't know what Soto's mental process was when, deciding what team he really wanted to go to. We'll never know. That is between him and Boris. What I do know is that was a family last year. And this year, it's the same thing minus one guy. I'm not going to sit here and say the team is closer without him or the team is closer with him. What I do know is this team is a family. They play for each other. They always got each other's backs, and they want to be there for each other. It doesn't matter who's struggling. It doesn't matter what anybody's doing. It doesn't matter if Wells isn't hitting well. It doesn't matter if Volpe's not hitting well. It doesn't matter if Judge is hitting like Barry Bonds. It doesn't matter that Goldschmidt is Tony Gwynn right now. Everybody is playing for each other, and they want to win together. That's why I love this team right now. They are playing with a purpose, and they're playing with love as a brotherhood. Jazz, being apparently Mr. Cocky in Miami, which everybody said he was, that was a big fat lie.
Yeah, it was.
Like, look how he is with this team. They adopted him, and he has been. I know the stats don't show it, and I know he's hurt right now, but the attitude does. He's happy. He feels like he's a part of a family, and he is just as much of a part of it as anybody else. Trent Grisham, who was a Yankee for only a year and a half right now, was crying on an interview, only knowing Oswaldo Cabrera for a year and a half after he got hurt. You can see how close those guys are. He only knew him for a year and a half, and he was crying on an interview trying to hold back tears. That means something. That meant something to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but that meant something to me.
JC Escara and Fernando Cruz going and taking up Cabrera's baseball camp for him since he couldn't do it. Those guys are new. And they gave up their time. They gave up their, money, whatever you want to call it, to go help their brother who they've only known a couple months. And
yeah,
we all love Oswaldo. Go ahead.
That's a lot of credit to Aaron Judge. And that's the example that you set as a captain. He was the one that went and visited Cabrera in the hospital, after he hurt his ankle. But he also sets that expectation when these guys come in, when they're newly traded. Remember during spring training, he was smack in the middle of Paul Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger on the bench throughout spring training, just trying to welcome them and have them understand the culture and what the clubhouse is. And I know that, we complain about when things aren't going well, like it's very easy to talk this in a positive light because of how the Yankees are doing right now, because the Yankees will go through a stretch and we are going to complain about Boone and how he babies his players. But the way that he manages this team in the clubhouse, maybe not in the field, but in the clubhouse, says a lot to what kind of family and culture that they have in that locker room. And it goes a long way. So I just want, hopefully they get over the hump and bring a ring to the city, because ultimately that's all we want to see. But like these little things go a long way, and I think that that's why this team feels as tight knit of a group as they do. So yeah, credit to Aaron Judge, because I just feel like, I think there was another story that came out that he had a guy's family. He paid for them to go to a dinner in the city when he first got traded over here. Like there's just been story after story that come out, and you're just like, man, Aaron Judge is just a stand-up dude. And in that podcast, Jazz even said it. He's like, yo, he's just a regular guy. Like you think, he's the captain of the Yankees. He's the king of New York, right? Him and Jalen Brunson, 1A, 1B. But like he treats everybody just like a regular dude. You know what I mean? He doesn't have, it's not all in his head. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Aaron Judge. He's the perfect captain, really.
Yeah, I want to shout out Pretty Lou in the chat with the $20 super chat. Pretty Lou, thank you for helping us keep the lights on over here. Shout out to my guy Pretty Lou in the building. Folks, if you guys want to drop something, it does help us when it comes to the overhead, when it comes to paying for StreamYard, for Canva, and all the things that we use to create the show. Whether it's $2, $1, we definitely appreciate it. Pretty Lou, I definitely want to shout you out for that one. And also shout out my girlfriend Alex, right, who's in the background. Because, I'm a big fan of like 90s sitcoms, like black 90s sitcoms, Living Single, Martin. So there's a trend that's running around on TikTok right now, and she put this video together. This is all her. I take no credit for this, but let's watch this. This is pretty funny. Hold on, wait 1 second, because this one's up. There we go, wait. For some reason, the video is not playing. Really? Yeah. Well, sorry about that, y'all. You know, that was a bit anticlimactic. I have no idea why the video is not playing with no audio. But what it is it was Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, and Aaron Judge not talk. Yeah, Family Matters was a good one. Shout out to Family Matters and Fresh Prince. I've probably seen every episode of Family Members. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry about that, TC Stills. But back to the conversation, right? We're gonna end it right here. When it comes to this whole Juan Soto drama, this whole saga, take that page and close it. Now let's move forward. We have to treat this as a fly on the windshield. You hit that windshield wiper, you splash the little oil, the little water that comes out, get that off, and you just keep going forward. I know we're going to meet the Mets later on at Citi Field. Hopefully it's more competitive or whatever. But Yankee fans, just be yourself. I know a lot of you guys want to go low. No, let's focus on, like Erica said, we got the Texas Rangers. We're going to start a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers coming up. I would be there this Wednesday. And also the Yankees at the end of the month. We got to focus on the Dodgers. That's when the Yankees go out to the West Coast and see the Dodgers for the first time. So there's a lot more stuff to worry about than the New York Mets and Juan Soto. Like Erica said, Juan Soto is not our problem anymore. He's not our problem anymore. Toss him aside. He's the Mets problem. We got a team with Aaron Judge who's hitting, hold on, I want to get this correct, hitting 401.
401.
May 20th, he is hitting 401. I think that's the record for any Yankee this late in the season. I think Paul O'Neill was May 15th. He was hitting over 400, but he's hitting over 400 right now. Is it sustainable? I'm not sure, right? Even when he struggles, he's still producing. So let's just flip the script. Let's move forward. And that's it. Grace, any thoughts going forward? Anything rattling?
Yeah.
Any last thoughts you want to get off?
Yeah, my last thoughts I want to get off is something I wrote down that they mentioned on the broadcast in case y'all didn't see it. It was that the New York Yankees, into 45 games of the season, have hit 78 homers, the most in franchise history. And they have done this without Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton is on his way back, y'all. They're saying tentatively, perhaps the end of this month, we're going to hear some like concrete timeline and some big news from him. And it is coming up, y'all. That's like 15 days from now. He's taking reps in the outfield. You can see him working. He is on his way back. When Giancarlo comes back to this team, when Jazz comes back to this team, we're all talking about how we love this team up and down. This team is special. This team is special, y'all. Now, I want to bring it back to this week. We're going to play the Rangers, and the Rangers have been a little bit reeling, okay, so far this season. The bats have gone cold. Their bullpen is terrible, but they have great starting pitching. They fired their hitting coach. They hired Brett Boone, who you might know is Aaron Boone's brother. So there's a lot on this. There's a lot riding on this series, okay? Since they hired Brett Boone, the hitting has started to come around. They went on a little mini win streak, and we're going to be seeing their toughest pitchers in this series. We're going to be facing Nathan Eovaldi. We're going to be facing Jacob deGrom, and we're going to be facing Patrick Corbin. Those are 3 best starting pitchers. We're going to have to work the counts. We're going to have to get the pitchers out and get to the bullpen, y'all. This is the game plan, okay? Because their bullpen is weak. When our bats come to play versus their relievers, we can win this series. It's not going to be easy, but we can win this series. After that, we're going to see the Rockies, and after that, we're going to see the Angels. I'm looking for the Yankees to take 7 out of 9 of these games coming up. It's going to be huge, and we need it heading into that West Coast trip.
I want to shout out Lou as well, right? Lou, because I got the text message from Steve from Mama D's Empanadas. Oswaldo Cabrera will be there at Mama D's Empanada June 21st. Mark that in your calendar, guys. June 21st, Oswaldo will be at Mama D's Empanada. Pretty Lou, I look forward to seeing you out there, my guy. I will be there as well. I got a big weekend that week. That's my nephew's graduation party as well. But I will be at Mama D's Empanada June 21st for the Oswaldo Cabrera event. Lou, I appreciate you like always. Erica, I want to toss it over to you to get your final take before we wrap things up. Go ahead.
Final take is this series that we were anticipating since the beginning of the year is over. We took 2 out of 3. We're 8-4 in the last 12 games. Keep it going. You're at home. I thought they were going to be in Texas. Grace, I thought that you were going to be at the games. But this is an important series for Grace. Guys, they
Yes,
got to win
thank
out
you.
for her because she's out in Texas. She's going to hear all the smack
have to
talk
live with
if
the
the Yankees
consequences.
lose. Exactly. This is her Subway Series.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Erica.
Hopefully they go out. Their offense continues to click. We're gonna see Will Warren and Ryan Yarbrough. So I mean the matchups aren't the greatest, but those guys have shown that they can at least have somewhat of a quality start so far, recent as of late. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole Stan situation again still very interesting because I was gonna say he'll be he'll be in the lineup against lefties, but he doesn't hit lefties as well as he hits righties, which is what we have lefties for. So it's going to be crazy, but it'll work itself out. I'm excited. I think he's gonna he's coming back with a chip on his shoulder too. I really think that obviously he's mad that he was hurt and everything, but I don't think he likes what he's been hearing in the media either. So yeah, I'm having fun. That's all that matters right now is that as a Yankee fan, I'm having a lot of fun. When days off don't feel like breaks. I feel like last season there was days off and I was like, thank God. Like right now I'm like, damn man, I wish they were playing because like it's a fun team to watch. And I think that Wells is gonna turn it around this series. And I'm hoping that Anthony Volpe can creep back up towards 250 again because he's not going to be Gunnar Henderson, guys. I said it before. As long as he's a 250 guy with solid defense, that's what he is. I don't think that he's going to be anything better than that. His at bats were brutal during the series. He left 8 guys on base on Sunday. I was ready to throw the remote through the TV, but I'm not ready to give up on him. So that's it. That's all I got.
Before I toss it over to Future, and also shout out to you, Erica, because yeah, it is Grace's Subway Series, right? She lives with a Texas Ranger fan that she's trying to convert into a Yankee fan. So what we just went through with our cousins and Theos and Theas or whatever who are Met fans, Grace is going to go through that over the next few days, right? But to Mark T. Maker, shout out to Mark T. Maker in the chat, one of the A1 since day ones, one of the day one followers. He says, where is Mama D's Empanada? I just pulled it up for you right now. It's in Sayersville, Parlin, New Jersey. Mama D's Empanada, 494 Washington Road, Parlin, New Jersey. Yeah, it's outside of Sayersville, I can say. I'm not familiar that much with Jersey. I just put the GPS and hit the go button. But yeah, that's where you can find Mama D's Empanada, my guy, Mark T. Maker. You could just Google it and the address will pop up. Guys, make sure if you're in the New Jersey, New York area, please, Mama D's Empanada, June 21st. Not only will it have a Yankee player that we all love in Oswaldo Cabrera, but they got some real good Puerto Rican food. They got real good, makes you feel like you're back in your abuela's cocina when you walk into that place. It is real good food. Future, I want to toss it over to you, my guy. Let's get your final take before we wrap things up, brother.
Yankees had a great homestand. It's not done yet, but let's finish it out strong. We're doing well. We're top of the AL East in a struggling AL East, mind you, because don't know what's going on with the rest of the AL East. They're bad right now. But we're playing good. We're playing strong. We're not healthy and playing well. That is what matters to me. Let's just rock it. We got a West Coast trip coming up. We got a World Series rematch that we got to get at least a little bit of pride in. And let's just play baseball, have some fun.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Future, Erica, appreciate you guys. Erica, let the people know where they can follow you before we let you go.
At there on Instagram, that's Baseball Erica, and on YouTube at that's Baseball Erica. Just type it in and you should find me. Just subscribe. Yeah, hopefully I got some stuff coming out. I've been dealing with a lot of family issues the last week and a half, but hopefully I can get back into the group of things. So I just appreciate being able to join this. Like I thank you guys every time. It's so much fun. Talking Yankees. I mean, I would do it all day if my husband liked baseball, but he doesn't. So I have to find other things to talk about with him.
Man. Well, first of all, your husband's awesome. I love that guy. Every time I see him, he's amazing. But also, you're amazing as well. And you already know, Erica, it's an open door policy. That's why I always send you the link because I always love having you up here. And like I tell you privately, Erica, I want Erica to win. I'm a big supporter of Erica, big fan of Erica. She does amazing work when it comes to these Yankee takes. Future, my guy. Let the people know where they can find you.
You can follow me at Yanks2077 on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, where I spend too much of my time. But you can find me there. I'm a video editor. I work with Hector real well. I love the videos I make. I bet you'll love them too. Let's go Yankees. That's it.
Yeah. Talking about that video, I got it right here. I want to play it real quick. This is not the final edit, but this is the video.
If it will play.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with my computer that it's not playing. I think it's me. I think it's StreamYard.
You all will see it. Trust me, when it uploads, you all will see it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good one. I can say it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Well, Erica, Future, I'm gonna let you guys go, and me and Grace are gonna wrap things up. Thank you guys so much, folks. Make sure you guys go and follow our good friends Erica and Future. Because StreamYard is acting stupid right now. I don't know what's wrong with StreamYard at the moment. But Grace Monroe, let the people know where they can find you.
I'm on Twitter, X, whatever, Grace Monroe TX, because y'all know I'm a Texas girl, but I'm a diehard Yankees fan, so can't figure me out, can ya? But got a lot riding on the Texas Rangers series because I'm not trying to hear it all. It's hard out here for a pimp. Okay, it's hard out here. It's hard being a Yankees fan out here in TX. All right, so I need the Yankees to come with it. But yeah, let's go Yankees.
Listen, Grace, I love doing these shows with you. I love having these conversations every Tuesdays, every Thursdays. Guys, make sure you meet us here at 12 p.m. We're going to move it back an hour just because we got to get some work done in the morning. But we're going to do it from 12 p.m. to 1:30, however we do it. We appreciate you guys like always. Let's shout out the chat before we get out of here. Tina, I appreciate you, Tina. Shout out to Tina, one of the best moderators that are out there. Anna Marie LeBeau in the building. Anna, love you so much. My brother TC Stills, who is the captain of the Brian Cashman fan club. Shout out to my guy Mark Teammaker. Eddie Snaps in the building. Mr. Froggy Fresh. Froggy, I love you, my guy. Hope all is well. Big time Jerry Cadill. Stephen B. Uncle Theo Nosebleed. I miss you, Theo Nosebleeds. We got our good friend Jonathan. Salute, 3 capital S's. My guy Pretty Lou. Make sure you guys go and visit Mama D's Empanada. Yankee Farm Los. I appreciate you, Yankee Farm. Gilberto Soriano is in the building. Gilberto, I appreciate you. And everybody who joined us in the conversation. My guy Jacob Petruzzi earlier in the show. We definitely appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support. And until next time, I'm Hector.
I'm Grace Monroe.
And this is the Yankees
Morning
Brew. And we will be back next week, Thursday. And until next time, drink some water, say something positive about yourself, and don't be an a-hole. Yankee fans, deuces. We out of here.
Bye.
You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.
Scorpio.